Here's your kind of before and after, so we say, in terms of your sort of swings as you went back. Okay, so previously, here on the left-hand side, we just sort of watch your takeaway now. You see that golf club now kind of whipped quite a long way behind you.
Yeah.
Talking about that sort of practice at home, if there was a wall there, you've hit it, haven't you? Yeah. If that wall was up against basically your backside there, you've dented that wall pretty quickly. Okay, now what happens is people see the club face, they film their swing, they see the club face, and they go, oh, that's wrong, I know that.
Yeah.
And they try and move the club face over here, which is great, but the way they do that is to get their arm from being here, and it moves like this. Where your forearms and your wrist are sort of pointing or positioning, over rotating that forearm just creates the club face opening. And what then that causes, as the club goes back now, it gets a bit flatter. Then you've got to kind of rise your left. Now as you come back down, you see the angle you've swung back down has changed. Now sometimes you'll get the angle perfect and it'll be a good shot. If you don't quite get it, you watch the club face as you come into impact here now. Just look at that club face, just post impact, how much it's twisted based on the club face. Your hands aren't rotating that much, but that club face now is probably pointing somewhere over there. Okay. You just miss it the golf because you just slightly misdirected the club. Yeah. Caught the heel because you come a bit over the top. Yeah. And then it's a bit of a smothery one low to the left there. Okay, now in terms of the takeaway here, if you look at this was the practice. There you go. So there's the practice there. Clubs like outside your hands. Okay. So exaggerate that move there. Arms are working under your chest, under your chin. Club staying in front, and then when the club actually goes to play the shot, moves back. There you go. Yeah. So you kind of practiced out here to get away from in here, and then with that practice, you'll kind of find the middle ground. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. As long as again, for me, as long as it stays basically in front of your backside, that's absolutely fine. Because obviously, as you start going back, as you get to this point now, it will obviously start going up, which is fine. Top of the backswing, very, very good. Now as you start coming back down, there's no need to sort of go over the top quite so much. The club can come back down nicely on plane. Good strike into position there now. Hands again. Club position just outside your hands. Oh, sorry. Frame down again there. Club nicely out in front of your hands, very, very good. Okay. And as you come in the golf ball now, there's a lot less face rotation there. Now you see the club face, and I re-zoom in on there. As you're going past impact there, look at that club face. Yeah, that's twisted a hell of a lot. That hasn't even gone as far as that one there. So that twisting of the club face again, misstriking it, and then through just to a good position. What I would expect, or in some ways hope to see, is you hitting a few shots that just kind of pull to the left. Okay, if we get a few pulley ones that go off to the left there, then we can then start working next time on that second session on that shift of weight and that transference of weight, not just oil it down on it by just throwing the arms into the ground. Yeah. We can get a better shift pattern. Okay. And that will change then the direction to the golf ball more towards target. Brilliant. Okay, does that make sense then, yeah? So work on that takeaway again. Up against the wall, there's literally when you set up there, not leaning into the wall, just kind of get your setup as normal, just basically shuffle back to your backside, gets against the wall there, and just get the feeling of that club face now working outside your hands. My arms are still working into the wall on this gentle curve. Yeah. My wrists aren't doing this and folding and rotating, the club just staying up there. So from there now we can make obviously a fuller swing and get that ball back. Okay, mate? Lovely. Good stuff. I'll have a couple more to finish off with.